everyone, welcome back. My name is Malia and I am an out-of-state Walt Disney World annual pass holder. In this video, we are planning and prepping for our next Walt Disney World trip, which is coming up very shortly. So, grab a drink of your choice and let's get started. Today is a Thursday. I'm not going to be sharing dates yet because this video will be posted before we go on our trip. However, we are going from a Friday to a Wednesday, so we have 4 full park days, which is I think the shortest we've been. We took a trip back in December, January for 12 days, trip of a lifetime. It was our first time during the holidays, so we are very much missing Disney. It has been 3 months, around 3 months, and we have the itch, so we're gonna scratch it today. So, starting off, we are staying at a brand new resort to us. We've only stayed at 2 resorts on property. We have stayed at Pop Century several times. That is our home resort, if you will. And we have also stayed at Disney's Boardwalk. We stayed there once over the summer, last summer. Wonderful, loved it. However, you know, to fit the budget, Disney is very expensive. We like to stay at Pop Century majority of the time. But this time we found a really great deal at All Star Music in the family suite. There are 6 of us that go, so that was perfect for us, and we are really excited. So I am personally excited to scratch off another Disney Resort hotel from my, how many are there? However many there are. I'm excited to cross another one off the list. With that being said, let's go right into the planning. I am pulling up the My Disney Experience app now. If you do not have this, if you are foreign to Disney, this app is so important for you to get. Everything you need is on here, and I promise you, you will not regret downloading it. Everything from your hotel key, you can unlock your door from your phone, wait times, you can check out with merchandise now, which is crazy to me. Food, dining reservations, literally everything. Lightning Lane, which we will get to that. But first, I just want to go over kind of our plan and some of the dining reservations we do have. But first, we were not able to score a Space 220 reservation because we booked this like 2 weeks ago. So we were not in the window when everybody else was able to book. You were able to book 60 days out from your first day of your trip for all of your dining. And for your Lightning Lanes, you were able to book 7 days out from the very first day. Now, when that 7 days rolls around, you can book for every single day of that trip. You don't have to wait 7 days from each day, if you feel me. So, with that being said, I'm going to double check to make sure that there is not a Space 220 lounge reservation. We try to get this reservation every time. We love it. We will not pay full price for the restaurant, and if you also want to just experience the atmosphere, I highly recommend you go this route. So, let me show you. You click on reserve dining for wherever you want. So you can go to the page of your dining and then you just click reserve dining. There are no reservations available. A lot of times stuff will open up day of or a couple days before. So if there's something you're very adamant about getting, I highly recommend checking every day, maybe a couple times a day if that's something that's really important to you. If you are thinking about going somewhere to dine, I highly recommend snagging the reservation, and if you do not want it, I believe you can cancel 2 hours before with no penalty. If you do not cancel within that time frame and you cancel in those 2 hours leading up, they will charge a card. There's my little tips. Now on to our actual plans, because we do not have Space 220. The day we get there is our travel day. We do drive, so we're about 8-ish hours, 7.5. It depends on how many stops we have to make. And we usually leave at the butt crack of dawn. So we typically leave here, my house, at 4 in the morning. And that gets us there around 12-ish, sometimes 11, sometimes 11:30 if we're really lucky, but noon-ish. So we will check into our hotel. That is our first plan of action. Hopefully our room will be ready. We can throw our luggage in there. Sometimes we like to unpack. I personally love unpacking. That is part of my favorite thing. So we get that done with, and off to the parks we go. We will be there during Flower and Garden, which means that Epcot is our first stop. There are several food booths I want to hit, which I will also let you know what those are. So we're going to go to Epcot and spend potentially the whole night there, the whole rest of our day there. Then we'll probably hit the hay early because we have a full day the next day. So the next day is our Magic Kingdom Park day, and when we rope drop Magic Kingdom, we typically stay there for a pretty long time. So we will rope drop, which means the park opens at 7:30 for resort guests. It opens at 8 for everybody else, but you get an extra 30 minutes. And while you might think that 30 minutes isn't a lot of time, it's not. You probably will get to skip a couple of lines. I actually don't know if they still do this, but last time we were there, Tron opens at 8. It does not open for early entry. They might have changed it, but I'm just telling you that was my experience, which means do not go in the Tron line. I think that is a waste of 30 minutes. I recommend Seven Dwarfs Mine Train if you have little ones. It's a perfect beginner coaster, or Space Mountain. Both of those get high wait times as well as Peter Pan's Flight. My family does not super care about doing Seven Dwarfs or Peter Pan, so we always go to Space Mountain. That is our favorite ride, so we will be doing Space Mountain. Also this day we will get Lightning Lanes, which is something I'm actually going to walk you through because I book tomorrow morning. So I'm going to record all of that and put it in this video, but I want to go ahead and set all of this out before we talk about the complex nature of Lightning Lanes, because it is a lot. So we're going to rope drop, have a grand old time, magical time at that beautiful place. And we have a lunch reservation for our newfound favorite restaurant, Skipper's Canteen. We learned we loved this last trip. We were like, you know what, let's do it. My boyfriend Brock, you will see him a bunch. He's wanted to do it like several times, and I kept shooting him down because Magic Kingdom is not known for food. I would rather spend my $50 somewhere else. But it was fantastic. And we have not dined anywhere else in Magic Kingdom, so I can't tell you firsthand, but I have heard that a lot of the dining is not so great. There's a couple things I want to recommend here if you are interested. You kind of have to have an adventurous palate, I guess. A lot of things here are a little weird, but for the appetizers, they have a special hidden appetizer that is actually not listed on the menu. That is the pão de queijo, I believe that's how you say it. It is the Brazilian cheese bread. Get it. And if you are an experienced Disney lover, Nomad Lounge you can also order the pão de queijo from Tiffin's. I believe they can get it from there. Don't quote me. We've tried it at Nomad and we've tried it at Skipper's, and Skipper Canteen took the cake. I cannot tell you how much we enjoyed this. It was so good. Like, maybe #1 food item in Magic Kingdom for me. Just putting that out there. Another appetizer we got were the Falls Family Falafel. This was the first time I had falafel. It was $12. It came with 6 little falafel balls. So good. Once again, I cannot express how much I like this place. And I didn't even think I was going to like it, but I loved it. Another thing about this restaurant, if you have a gluten allergy, this is #1. I will say that several times. My dad does not eat gluten, and he could have everything on the menu. Everything. So we will have Lightning Lanes and kind of see where the day takes us from there. We are pass holders, like I said, so we have the ability to just pop in and out of a park. So we may head over to Epcot for the night. Who really knows? We'll probably watch Happily Ever After. It's been a while since we've gotten to watch it. Next up, the very next day, we have reservations at Animal Kingdom. I'm very excited. Rope dropping Animal Kingdom is probably one of my favorite things to do. If I can find the video, I'm going to show you some clips of us rope dropping from last time. Oh my gosh, it was like my favorite memory of almost all time at Disney. Even though there's not a lot open, it was so beautiful. That park is so beautiful. But we'll probably rope drop either Flight of Passage or Everest, or both if you have time to do Flight of Passage and run over to Everest and knock it out before a line really forms. Highly recommend doing that. Animal Kingdom for us is not an all-day park. If it's your first time visiting, you can make it an all-day park. I love that park. We just typically have a lot to do in all the other ones. Animal Kingdom is up there for one of my favorite parks, I have to say. So especially if you have young kids, I really do think they would love it. If you have some animal lovers, that is the place to go. And something I highly recommend you do, I have a lot of highly recommend, is the Feathered Friends in Flight show. I did this for the first time a couple months ago, and it is maybe my favorite live show. You can literally, and my mom did this, she had an owl. Was it an owl? Yeah, I think it was an owl. Fly through her arms. Where else can you do that? I mean, like, maybe don't tell me. But Disney does that. So, you should do it. Seriously, even if you're an adult, the jokes are really funny. So yeah, we also have a dining reservation at Yak and Yeti for 6:15 p.m. That's a little later than I want, so I'm still going to try and fiddle-faddle, that's a term, to see if I can get like a lunchtime so that we're not there all day. Something else I highly recommend you do, if you are a food connoisseur or a drink connoisseur, is to do Nomad Lounge. Fantastic. I am not able to drink legally until this summer, so stay tuned for Drinking Around the World. But all of their non-alcoholic drinks are really good, and they're not like your typical like Sprite and grenadine. Is that what it's called? It's not, they have some more interesting flavors. It's not just kids drinks, if you catch the vibe. So highly recommend that as well. The next day we have reservations for, I actually don't even know. I'm telling you, I'm so confused. We booked so many things. I have a breakfast reservation at Grand Floridian Cafe, an Epcot reservation at Spice Red Table, and also a Riviera reservation for Topolino's, and a Hollywood Studios park reservation. Yeah, I gotta figure that one out. I gotta figure that out actually before tomorrow at 7 in the morning because I have to book lightning lanes. So here's my thought process. Hollywood Studios is my least favorite park. I think that the whole party kind of agrees with that. So I don't know if we'll end up rope dropping Hollywood Studios per se, maybe. However, Epcot is our favorite park, and something that we want to rope drop is Guardians of the Galaxy. So I might not even have a day to rope drop Hollywood. I'm going to have to pass it by the rest of the party. See, we're planning and prepping together. Something else we have is Spice Red Table. Me and Brock did this a couple months ago, and we really enjoyed it. We really like trying a bunch of new things. So it's a bunch of small plates, which is perfect for us. So I got that. Probably won't do it, but I have it. And then I have a park reservation for Hollywood. So I don't know. Guys, I think that day still needs to be sorted out a little bit. And then on our last day currently, I have park reservations for Epcot, and I do not have any dining reservations. Moving on, I have a whole notes app list of things that I must do this time. For Flower and Garden, they have food booths that are not normally there, and I am very excited this year because I don't think I've had this many must-dos in a long time. So let's start. Some things I want to try. At Magnolia Terrace in America, I want to try the Bananas Foster bread pudding. That sounds incredible. That's the only reason why. It sounds great. At the brand new food booth this year, Nectar, I want to try the tuna poke bowl. I've heard wonderful things from all of the Disney influencers, so I must also give it a try. At Yacht Grub, they have Yacht Grub and Beach Grub. I want to try the trio dip. Sounds amazing. And the captain's board. It's like a little charcuterie board. Those I have to get. it. I've wanted it for so long. At Fleur de Lis, I don't know. I took French, but I don't remember. In France, at the booth, they have this like cheese croissant thing. I can't even remember the name of it. That is a must try. At Joffrey's in Epcot, I want to try the berry matcha. I'm a matcha girl. I like matcha. I want to try it. I've kind of heard it tastes like fake strawberry flavor, but I'm gonna try it. In Japan, gonna try the frushi. I don't think I'll love it, but Brock also wants to try it, so we're gonna give it a shot. Some other things in Epcot that I want to try that I have not tried, but they're not festival things, is the baguette in Epcot. You can get like a full baguette for like $5, and we're gonna do like some jam and cheese, and that's something I really want to do. There's also a Japanese ice cream sandwich thing. That's what I put in here. It's in the shop. Apparently it's in like a freezer, and it looked really good. I don't know. I want to try the Viking coffee for the first time. Haven't had it. Your girl is going to spend a pretty penny this trip. At Magic Kingdom, something I wrote down that I want to do is Gaston's Tavern. They have some really good things. They have the creme brulee croissant. Fantastic. They have a ham and Gruyere tart, I think. fantastic. The cinnamon roll, fantastic. So we're going to be doing that for sure. At Galaxy's Edge, I want to try the Black Calf Cold Brew. Haven't tried it yet. The one with Cocoa Puffs on the top. Gonna do that. In Animal Kingdom, we have to try the viral cookie ice cream sandwich. The brookie, I think, actually. Looks really good. Then the coconut cold brew at Kusafiri. Sounds great. And something I've wanted to try for a really long time is Satuli Canteen's breakfast. They have a bunch of really cool breakfast items that I've been wanting to try. So we're gonna do that. A couple other things to note that I would like to do is Trader Sam's. Have not been there yet, but also maybe I should wait until my 21st when I can actually get some of the cool drinks. I don't know. Another thing is Tambu Lounge at the Polynesian. At Tambu, you can get things that you would get in Ohana. Me and my family love Ohana. I just like that type of food, so, you know. And then I have a bunch of things that I want to do for social media written down on here as well. So we have a lot to do. As for lightning lanes, I will see you bright and early, which you will see in just a second, but I have to get up really early to get these lightning lanes. I do not plan on getting any individual lightning lanes. I kind of find them a waste of money. The only one that I would even remotely think about is getting Cosmic Rewind. All of the other ones are not necessary for me. So we are for sure doing Magic Kingdom one day for Lightning Lane, and we're for sure doing Epcot one day. We're trying to decide if we want to drop the Pretty Penny and do Hollywood Studios as well. Magic Kingdom is $39 when we go, which is stout. Epcot is $35 or like $29, one of those. So also pretty expensive, and Hollywood is like $37. So yeah, I would have used to said to not do Epcot, but I've changed my mind. Epcot, for the only individual lightning lane there is Cosmic Rewind, which means for the $40 or $35, whatever it is, you can do Test Track, you can do Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, you can do Frozen, you can do Soarin', and obviously several of the smaller ones. But I think now that Test Track is on there, I highly recommend doing it for Epcot, because if you rope drop Rewind, Cosmic Rewind, you don't need an individual lightning lane, and then you won't have to wait in the line later if you have Test Track. So that is probably the number one that I have to get, because that one will go first out of everything probably. I think that's about it from me today. Trying to think of everything. I think that's it. I will see you bright and early to book our lightning lanes. So let's head on over to Future Malia. So now we wait another minute until they open. I'm a pro at this. What can I say? Not really, but my family does make me do all this. So, Magic Kingdom first. It's $39. Go ahead and select everybody on there for a total of $234. We will be splitting this. So I think the goal is to do Space Mountain, or maybe I should do Tiana's. We'll do Space Mountain, Haunted Mansion, and Pirates. Keep going back and forth because, like I said, we can rope drop Space Mountain, but everybody loves it, so we're just gonna do it like this. Okay, looks like we got that. First one, let's go ahead and hope we can get it for Epcot. Test Track, obviously, Living with the Land, and Soarin'. Beautiful. It's very nice because we can rope drop Cosmic and then go to Test Track right after. That is perfect. I wish we got Soarin' a little earlier, but we can kind of fiddle-faddle that. Perfect. With that being said, we got everything we wanted, just like that. So I'm gonna send it on over to Past Malia to finish this video up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you found some helpful tips. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, leave them in the comments. Go ahead and like this video if you want to see more, and subscribe to see all of this trip come to life. I will also be doing a pack with me video and a what's in my park bag, because as the seasons change, so does my bag. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.